So, Art, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, I'm good. I want to get back to the question we've been discussing, the one that we hear from our students. How can I improve my English?
Right. We talked about the...
Introducing risk-taking behavior in daily...
in familiar context.
In familiar context.
Right.
For example,
Right.
ordering a coffee, you try to make small talk with the barista.
Right. But that's not the... That's probably the easiest part, but there's also something more difficult when you also try to expand your context and to make sure that you do many things. For example, a lot of students ask, if I watched movies, is that good for my English? Well, it is good, but if you only watch movies, that's not enough, you know. And we've been hearing a lot of anecdotal evidence about somebody learning a language just by singing songs or listening to songs, or somebody learning a language just by watching films. Or actually, there's an American comedian, Joan Rivers. Exactly. She died recently, so yeah. She had a joke about a Chinese man who claims to have learned English by watching porn. Exclusively.
Okay. Are you advocating that method?
I haven't tried yet, but I'm really interested in research results on that. But the truth is that your brain works on quality a lot, and you need to expand the variety of different contexts in which you use English.
Okay, a variety of contexts is key. So that makes me think of one of my students. She's been in Canada for 10 years.
Right.
She doesn't speak English very well. Can easily be explained by the lack of variety of context, I think. Yeah. She lives in a community surrounded by others from her same country. She's had a number of children, so she's been at home surrounded by relatives who speak the same language. She works part-time at the family business, where she's primarily dealing with customers from her country as well, so clear lack of variety.
So there isn't really much language development. That actually speaks to the point that quantity is not that important. 10 years in Canada, and yet there's very little exposure to the language. Quality is very, very important. And it's one of the worst things you can do if you want to have some language development, is to make sure that most of your socializing happens within your first language group.
That's the worst thing.
One of the worst things you can do.
Not best.
Yeah, no.
So what could, if I wanted to expand the horizons of my socializing in order to help my language?
I think you have an idea.
I do have an idea. Yeah. You might know how I enjoy spending my leisure time. I'm a big fan of board games.
Okay.
And I happen to have a couple here.
Okay.
Do you want to play around with something with me?
Not that I necessarily want to, but I'm gonna try and take risks and engage in the process.
That's what you need to do as a language.
Maybe I'll learn something.
Okay,
yes.
I'm going to just pull something out here.
Okay.
Okay, this is a game called Outburst.
Okay.
And this will really help you activate and develop your vocabulary. Are you ready?
Yes.
I'm going to give you a category.
Okay.
And in this category, there are 10 things. Okay? So you're trying to name as many things in the category as possible. The category is nervous habits. Nervous habits.
That's very advanced.
It is, but I think you can get there. I'll accept something that's close to the answer. Okay. So nervous habits.
Okay, so go. Okay, picking your nose, tapping your fingers, fluttering your lips. No, okay, fidgeting. Oh, cool.
Keep going.
I don't know, stomping, stamping, tapping your toes. Okay. Okay. Oh, knuckles. Oh.
I know you hate that. Okay, very good. So you got knuckle cracking, toe tapping, finger drumming.
Right.
Nose picking and fidgeting. Great vocabulary there. You missed nail biting.
Yep.
Teeth
grinding.
Very good.
Smoking. Right.
Sweating and coin jingling.
Oh, okay.
So some interesting vocabulary, right? Will you indulge me in one more game?
Sure.
So, besides vocabulary, there's also a lot of cultural content in a lot of games you can play. I've got a version of charades that is a Canadian version.
Okay.
So charades is a miming game. Without speaking, I have to get you to guess the thing on this card.
Okay. I'm not the one who's showing the
No.
stuff. You're the one who's showing. Miming.
I'm miming, you're guessing. Okay? Now remember, this is Canadian. There's something Canadian about it. Are you ready?
Right. Canoe, paddling, fidgeting, taking. Portaging. Oh, nice.
Excellent. Oh, I dropped the canoe.
Yeah,
Yeah, excellent.
Okay.
So what does portaging mean?
that's when you carry your canoe because you can't paddle in that
Exactly.
place. Yeah.
Excellent. So those are just a couple of examples, things
Right.
you could do for fun. And board games cafes are becoming very popular
Right.
in Toronto now.
Right. The point is that you have to play those games in English if you want to learn new vocabulary, if you want to develop fluency. Ideally, you need to find native speakers that play those games. Join, I don't know, a club or a hobby group or whatever.
Or you could play with motivated learners from your own language group.
Exactly, and you can have a dictionary there, so if you don't know something, you can look it up. Yeah, that's. I think I love this idea, and I think we do that in our course. Actually, it's one of our students who organized a games night once, and that was fantastic, huge success. And
Cards Against Humanity, I believe
Right,
it was.
Yes, that's true. Oh, that's a good game. So that's what we do. We make sure that our students get together with native speakers and they socialize as much as possible. And if you want to learn more about this, you might want to click on the link below and discover what else we do in the Embodied English course.